Hi everybody, welcome back. So this morning I went to work normal time, and then I was there about for an hour, and as yesterday we had no internet, and they also cut our electricity off this morning. They're doing some maintenance in the building and in our plants, our factories. So I phoned my boss. He told me no, it's fine, I can go home. So I am currently at home. Another thing is, in the previous video I mentioned about my petrol pumps that was pulled out by the dogs when they chased after rats. So I went to fill up my tank with petrol this morning when I came back from work on my way home. So anyway, the petrol is leaking, hence the little thing I've got below there in case it drips out. Otherwise, I'm just floating around at home. A beautiful little garden, a little birdies. And the little doggies. Hello, wacht. Oh, here comes Milo. Ah. So Milo just jumped on my shirt, which is not very wise for wearing a white t-shirt. So I have to go change. Anyway, so here's our little culprit who pulled out my petrol pumps. This is Wachter, our little culprit right here. So here's our other dog. It's a German Shepherd cross Border Collie. Well, one of our silliest dogs. So she got stuck on a 2-speed gearbox, which is either sleep and run. Here is what they do, or what Zoe does, is run up and down. And she basically did all this. Completely mud. Zoe, say hello. Zoe, say hello. Yo. So she's occupied waiting for the dogs next door. Waiting very calmly. Some of you may have seen a boat briefly in the previous video, which I will show to you right now. It's a Zulu Cat sea boat with 230 Yamaha engines on it, and it is called Foreplay, which was a discussion a while back when we bought the boat to what we shall call it, but my brother-in-law decided to just keep it as Foreplay. So at the end of the month we are planning on doing some deep sea fishing, and we shall go on this little beauty. So what just happened was I was filming the dogs and a guy came past and he saw me and he kept saying hello. So I ran in to press the panic button, which may seem a bit being paranoid, but I had a couple of incidences a while back with guys doing this. So the one day on my way home, I just bought the new car and I drove into the yard, or just approached the gate, and a guy and a woman walked up and they saw me at my gate, and the guy came back standing right next to my car trying to get my attention. And what I did was I've opened a gate, drove in, and made sure, like, I did notice him, but like didn't make it obvious that, to get his attention even more. And after even driving in and closing the gates and everything, he still stood outside the gate for at least another 5 minutes. So I had incidences like this before. So it may seem like being a bit paranoid, but it's not like that. Also, that very same day at Stop Street, two guys also approached the car and came standing right at my front passenger door staring at me till I drove off. So as mentioned, I had some incidences like that where people approach me which I don't know and trying to get my attention and trying to talk to me. So I just want to warn everyone about that too. When you drive, even like me being a woman by myself most of the time driving, at stop streets, if you see people approaching you, or doesn't matter where you are, even if you're not in a car but at like a shopping mall or something, and people you don't know approach you and they keep irritating you, just to don't show them they're there, or how can I put it, acknowledge them. Just like try and walk away, so eventually, hopefully they will leave you alone. So that has been happening to me quite often at the moment. Even just standing in my yard doing my own thing, people walking by, trying their luck to get my attention. So that's just a warning to everyone out there